Right now, we're joined live in Jacksonville by Tony Barnhart of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. You scored quite a coup, an exclusive interview with Ron Zook. What's the latest as game time approaches?
Well, Timmy, you know, when Ron Zook was an assistant coach at Florida in the early 90s, he told his friends, my one goal in life is to become the head coach of the Florida Gators. Well, that dream came true, but as we now know, it's going to end on a disappointing note.
Ron, you threw everything you had into this job. You did everything that the Florida people asked you to do. In the final analysis, was it all worth it?
We didn't fail. You know, I don't want you to think that we failed because we didn't. You know, it's been a great learning experience, and I can walk away knowing that the University of Florida football program has got a great future.
Has this experience changed you at all? Are you a different person now?
Probably not. It's made me know myself a lot better.
Tony, let's look ahead now at Ron Zook's future. He's been a head coach now. How is his marketability, in your opinion, as a future head coach?
Oh, Spencer, I don't think there's any question that Ron Zook's going to be a head coach again. You can say what you want to him about him, but the bottom line is he and his staff did an incredible job of recruiting and bringing in top-notch talent to rebuild this talent base. No matter who's the coach next year, Spurrier, Urban Meyer, whoever, they're going to inherit a very good team. I promise you, Ron Zook will be a head coach again.
Thanks, Tony. Nice job, and we look forward to seeing you up here next Saturday.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to TIAA Cref College Football today. Coming up at the bottom of the hour, it's an SEC clash between 12th-ranked South Carolina and 2nd-ranked LSU. I'm joined, as always, by Spencer Tillman. Our special guest is Tony Barnhart of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
The Edward R. Murrow of sports journalism. Give me a headline, baby.
Edward R. Murrow?
Yeah.
So I got one for you. Notre Dame 0-4. Charlie, good night. And good luck.
2 weeks ago, Spurrier sandbagged Georgia. Can he do it to LSU, Tony?
Guys, this is a true story. A couple of Sundays ago, before the Georgia game, I'm on the phone with Coach Spurrier, and he goes, well, Tony, I wish we had some players like Georgia. I wish we had that great tradition. I hung up the phone. I said, you know what? Georgia's in big trouble. Beat them 16-12. Here's the problem today. He can't sandbag LSU because, you know what? That defense is not going to cooperate.
Well, you got
Thanks, Tracy. We're joined now by Tony Barnhart of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution down in Baton Rouge. What's the status, Tony, of safety Tony Joyner for the Gators in tonight's game?
Well, Timmy, Tony Joyner did make the trip down here to Baton Rouge. As you know, the charges yesterday in that towing incident, they got dropped. He will not start the game, but he will play. But look out for this. Coach Urban Meyer is probably going to put him in the game at a time when the defense needs a little emotional lift. They'll get it when Joyner goes in the game. Now, the word is not so good on Early Doucette. The LSU wide receiver looks like he's going to miss his 3rd straight game with a real bad groin pull. I tell you guys, they're going to miss Early Doucette.
Well, we now welcome in Tony Barnhart of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, getting ready to cover tonight's Florida-South Carolina game in Columbia. Great to have you back, Tony.
Thank you, Timmy B. It's a wonderful day down here in the Palmetto State. I'm looking forward to it.
The pride of the Piedmont. Well, in the latest BCS standings, the revolving door in the number 2 hole is spinning. Boston College went out. LSU came in. Oregon's on the outside looking in at 3. Can the Ducks overtake LSU if the Tigers win out, Tony?
I don't think so. A couple of reasons why. Number one, LSU's only loss this year, guys, is on the road at Kentucky in triple overtime. And here's the other reason, and it is not going to make my friend Spencer Tillman very happy. I think LSU has got a lot of street cred with the voters built up because they saw what Florida did to Ohio State in the big game last year, and they played an SEC schedule. And, Spencer, that's why they're going to finish ahead of the Ducks.
Tony, my friend, I love you like a brother, but you and Timmy are suffering from the same malady. You're in love with that jersey.
How about undefeated Kansas? If they beat Mizzou and Oklahoma down the stretch, can they top LSU, Tony?
You know, Tim, of all the scenarios in the BCS, this one is the most intriguing. Here's why. There's going to be people that vote Kansas at 13-0. They're going to say, you know what, Kansas is the Big 12 champ. They're undefeated. They should be in the big game. Other voters are going to say, man, there ain't no way that Kansas is better than LSU. I think at the end of the day, those folks will prevail, and we're going to have a big old argument.
Hey, hail to the Chief. Tony Barnhart is here, the president of the Football Writers Association of America. Some notes on the Citrus Bowl. Yeah. Tony, the focus has been on who's not there for Penn State, not who is there for Florida.
Well, let me tell you a couple of guys you need to keep an eye on today. Now, look, Fred Taylor, Florida, is going to have a good running day against that Penn State defense. But the star of the game is going to be Kwesi Green. Why? Because against Florida State, Steve Spurrier learned that Green has got to get a lot of touches. And mark this down, guys. If Green has a big game today, it will be his last game as a Gator. He's going to turn pro. Now, elsewhere, look, trust me, guys, nobody wants to win today more than Florida State's Bobby Bowden. He's had a lot of sleepless nights since losing to Florida, cost him a shot at a national championship. And look, he wants some redemption tonight against Ohio State in the Sugar Bowl. And Chris, he's going to get it.